Noah is a family man heading to the Hamptons for the summer. On the way, he meets a waitress named Allison.
Welcome to the end of the world.
And an attraction is formed.
Walk me home then?
Okay. But things aren't exactly what they seem in the affair.
Hi, I'm Zorianna, and I'm here with Kevin and Liz, and we're here to discuss Showtime's The Affair. We've all just seen it. Liz, what'd you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was very well made. I thought the performances were wonderful. The directing was top-notch. The concept of the show is problematic. As a viewer, it's asking me to feel for two protagonists who are committing adultery, but I did. I learned how these characters...
But how is that problematic?
Well,
That's not problematic.
Maybe it's just difficult. I'm surprised that I felt for these characters when I don't morally agree with what they're doing.
It's a difficult whenever time you see a story where you're asked to side with a character that's doing something you probably don't agree with. At first, I even started initially not liking Dominic West and her
both
too.
Of them.
And I was just annoyed with them. But then, you know, you got a little bit more about his relationship with his wife, which is problematic, and you kind of understood why he was starting to get drawn to somebody. But then, of course, there's a little switcheroo in the middle of the show, and we get to see the different version, which I thought was fascinating.
I loved this so much. I was so wanting to see more at the end. I also loved his and her viewpoints because that memory bias that everyone has, I thought it was really cool. When he first meets her in his version, she has long hair. In her version, when she meets him, her hair is up. In his version, she's coming on to him. She's offering him the cigarette. In her version, she is not insinuating this at all.
She doesn't even want to smoke.
He's the one with the cigarettes. So she's the object in his story, but then he is the object in her story. And I love that twist, that role reversal. And the fact that this entire thing happens in a flashback. There is some type of interrogation taking place.
Which worries me.
Which very worries me because we don't know what kind of interrogation. Right. All we know is that something must have happened and it must have been so serious. So as you're watching this thing unfold, something ominous is going to happen.
It's a really dark show. All the dialogue in the first 15 minutes constantly references death. There's like a near death and there's someone faking their death. But there's actually these moments of levity when you talk about the memory bias. Like there's this scene where this little girl chokes and in one version of the scene, the father saves her and the other version of the scene, the waitress saves her. And that's hilarious to me because I'm like, one of them has an ego and it's interesting to find out who is it, who's lying or who's spinning things a little bit.
Exactly. And maybe because I saw her version last, I feel like I sort of believe her version at this point. But who knows? I mean, this is something that's just going to continuously be revealed bit by bit over 10 episodes. I'm already like, oh my gosh, tell me what's going on. I need to know.
Captain Hug.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have those at home. Thank you. I'll have a lobster roll, please. Okay. Noah.
Lobster roll too, please.
You guys here on vacation?
Certainly are.
For how long?
Whole summer, actually.
Well, welcome to the end of the world. I'll go get these drinks.
It did remind me a little bit of an Adrian Lyne movie. It felt very, also Red Shoe Diaries.
Well, it's very sassy. The show's very sassy.
There is sex. I mean, it's called The Affair, so naturally they're not going to be shy about that. Not between them yet, but there, as much as there is sex in this, I think it's very emotional. This is going to be an emotional affair, not just a sexual affair. Already, we have learned that these people are coming together with lots of baggage.
It's a really cool exercise for actors.
Yeah.
I mean, for them to play every single degree of a character in the flashbacks, depending on who's telling the story, like I would think that any actor would jump at the chance at this opportunity.
And I liked how they cast actors that aren't glossy, CW-esque type, beautiful people. It's like they're real people.
Well, McNulty's very handsome.
Dominic West. But I like Ruth Wilson. She just kind of came out of nowhere when she was in Lone Ranger and then
Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks. And I was like, who is she? And it's funny because she has a very ageless face. You can't tell how old she is. Sometimes she looks old and sometimes she looks young. And I find her just interesting to watch.
It's so interesting how the protagonist will see the spouse as someone who is unfit for their lover. For example, in Dominic West's story, he looks at Joshua Jackson as a jerk, and he's not likable in that version. But when we look at Ruth Wilson's version, it's a man that we feel sorry for, a man who genuinely wants to have a relationship with his wife. But of course, Dominic West needs to see Joshua Jackson as a jerk.
What I'm interested to see, because we only saw the first episode, is if the next, or one of the next episodes, we'll see Maura Tierney's version of something.
That would be great.
And then we'll see Joshua Jackson's version.
I see, so it may not be just his and her.
Because it seems to be that they're promoting this as kind of a 4-character show. So I would assume that we're going to get their stories, which I think would really be interesting. The dueling perspectives and an intriguing midpoint twist have me thinking that this is going to be an affair to remember. See it.
As long as the affair stays the course set out in the pilot, I'm in. See it.
The affair for me is love at first sight. See it.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
to affairs.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.